the prices of gold and silver are fluctuating and changing very quickly, very fastly, not only in Punjab or in India, but throughout the world due to a host of reasons, including geopolitical tension throughout the world, the weakening US dollar, and the treasury liquidation in USA, and the uncertain nature and unstable nature of the US President Mr. Donald Trump, and now the swearing ceremony of Mr. Kevin Warsh as the Fed chief. So these are the reasons which are sending shockwaves by changing the rates of gold and silver throughout the world. In today's video, we shall try to discuss and understand the reasons, the various causes which are impacting very seriously and very really the rates of gold and silver and what we call the commodity prices throughout the world. The dollar is weakening and the gold is strengthening, and whenever the gold is up, the dollar is down. So this equation and very other equation like the domino effect, the bubble effect, or this Kevin Warsh effect, or what are the effects, how the effects are working. So let's try to understand these phenomena. Hello, my friends, Sat Sri Akal, welcome to the channel. So why the prices of gold are going down now presently? And why have they gone up in the past? And today it's around 150-55 lakhs per tola, per 10 gram. So what was the reason that it has skyrocketed? Because only last year the price of gold per tola, per 10 gram was in India 75,000 rupees only, and in the beginning of this year it touched 1 lakh figure, but today it is across the figure of 1.5 lakh per 10 gram. So what are the reasons? The first reason is the geopolitical tension throughout the world. Gold is such a commodity which likes the violence, which likes tension, which likes the tension between various countries, which likes uncertainty, which likes what we call instability in political phenomena. So whenever there is geopolitical tension, so the gold would rise. Presently, there has been tension within various countries like Iran and USA, like Iran and Venezuela, USA and Venezuela. Then it is Israel and Palestine, then it is Sudan itself, then it is Afghanistan and Pakistan, then there is Russia and its neighbor country, previous part, Ukraine. So these are the countries which have been in the boil for the last few years, and due to this reason the gold has become a very precious. It is precious. Gold is precious. Gold itself means precious, being price, because in the world there are two international currencies. The first is gold and the second is US dollar, or you can say otherwise. The first is US dollar and the other is what we call gold. So because due to these geopolitical tensions, due to international instability, the gold was getting higher. So the second reason why the sectoral banks, or we call the reserve banks of the world, which we call the central banks, in America it's called Fed Bank. So these are the banks which are holding on to gold, and when they are not selling the gold in the market, so the price of gold would jack up. So accordingly, this was also the reason that the gold was high, and gold has been high. The third reason is that in USA, most of the people, most of the countries, or most of the multinational companies, or the market giants, they had invested heavily in treasury of USA. But now after the US dollar has weakened, they withdrew dollars from that and they invested in what we call the gold market. There is a very simple demand and supply rule. The supply of gold is the same, and as the treasury bank liquidation, due to treasury liquidation, so they are withdrawing the money from treasury banks or from treasury of USA and investing in gold. So the demand of gold has gone up, and accordingly it was natural for gold to shine further. then due to as the rate of gold was going up, so the investors were thinking that today it's 1.2, tomorrow it's 1.25, and third day it's 1.3. So when we are seeing that it is going up and up day by day, so they started, the common people also started investing in gold. So accordingly, the it's called a domino effect. When one person is, when the gold rate is going up, the people invest, and accordingly, in according the vicious circle of economics. So the commodity which is in high demand, that would get more demand due to this reason, so its price would go further up. So that was also one of the reasons that the price of gold was getting up, due to uh, local and global interest increasing in gold. Other reason, the US president, we should all be grateful to the president of America, Mr. Donald Trump, because of his uncertain and unstable nature. His statements, his behavior, his decisions, which are, most of these come through Twitter. So these are very uncertain and they are shocking. So they send the shock waves to the people, and accordingly, whenever he says something against some country, or imposes the tariff, indulges in tariff war, or imposes sanctions against the countries, economic bans against various countries. So accordingly, there is some tension and there is uncertainty in the market, and accordingly, the people just start disinvesting in the market, in the stock market. And when they withdraw the money from the market, or from the dollar, or from the US treasury, so they have the last option, the last resort being gold. So that was also one of the pushing reason behind gold getting further shine, I mean getting up and up and up. So tariffs, wars, tensions, further the unstable world, I have told you. So these were the reasons, but why it is down today? That is another question which needs the answer. So actually, now there is the, I mean, the peace treaty, the first phase of, you can say, peace treaty part 1 between USA and Iran. So because Iran is a country that's very large country, a Shia Muslim country, and in that country, most there is some richness, and they have some gold, and US also is involving about that is the country that is linked directly with US dollar. So because because of this peace process getting wheels, so the interest of the people in dollar is getting down, because the dollar in dollar is getting up, because as he showed interest in peace, so the people were expecting that the dollar will go up, and because of this peace deal. And secondly, the gold was getting up and up, and accordingly, now what happened that in the world, because of US intervention or due to some other reason, the wars ratio has come down today. Venezuela factory is also down, Iran factory is also down, and the Russia and what we call the Ukraine, that war is also today it's in moderate terms. It's not getting so fast as it was earlier. So these are the intense reasons that tension has decreased, and then there was a decision taken by US president to impose Mr. what we call Kevin Warsh as the president of, or the chairman of our Fed Bank. So he is a person who is interested in changing the interest. So because of that, the dollar, the US dollar is also getting stronger, and accordingly, or you can say US dollar is getting stronger. So the gold was to go down, and at the same time, when the rupee also goes stronger, so accordingly, the gold has to further in local market has to go further down. And because the gold is limited in the world, so the fate of gold is to go up and up. It would always shine, and in the days to come, it will shine further. So we would request you to to subscribe our channel if you have liked our video, and I would also request you to send the video to those people who understand English or who are interested in listening to English, or to the people who are living in Canada or in USA or some other country who understand English. So they should also be made to subscribe our channel and watch the video that we shall post in coming days. So if you want us to make a video in English in some other on some other subjects, so kindly give your reaction in the comment section, and we are thankful that you have watched our video till the end. So thank you so much. Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal.